Don't pop babies when you don't even know how to look after yourself. You selfish piece of shit.
Are you married? Do you have a child? I'm like,
yeah. Oh
my brain just fully formed last year. I turned 25 last year.
Welcome back to another episode.
I'm so sorry, guys. I actually should not have put you through that. I asked her to do it this week, and this is what happened. I take blame. I take the full blame.
Come
Are you going to get to a point where we say our names?
Welcome back to another episode of This Should Bother You with Sahar.
Oh, now you're being so cold.
And this one. I was waiting for you to say your name. I was waiting for you to say your name.
Okay, sorry. Take two.
Welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back to another episode of This Should Bother You with Phateka.
And Sahar. You're making it difficult. I'm just making it fun, Chummy.
So much fun.
So much fun. Welcome back, my loves. Hello.
What's been bothering you this week?
Oh, you picked my hand up, then you dropped it. Hold it then. Thank you. This week has been, I had my market yesterday, guys.
She was selling her art and her pillows and all beautiful things.
Yeah, and it was great. The process of getting my products, for example, I had pillows, I had t-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
The vendor I thought I had found and was fantastic, and I was like, yeah, affordable, little shop down in the fashion district, turned out to be the most shittest, the most horrible, the most possessed, the most disgusting
Possessed?
people
That's a strong word.
I have met in the state of California, because they took my money.
Yes.
They stole my money. They ignored my calls, ignored my messages. They printed the t-shirts, and the first example of stickers were fine.
And then?
The pillows they were supposed to print looked like a child had thrown up on my pillow.
Oh.
I had to provide the pillowcases, by the way. Shit job. Then they had to do the rest of the stickers. So you know how stickers have outlines, right?
So we can take them out. It doesn't break the artwork.
Yes. So you're supposed to have an outline, then the sticker, and then you're supposed to take it off. When I would take the stickers off, half the artwork would come off.
Oh.
They couldn't even do that. And I gave them multiple chances. Rosie was there with me the first time we went to harass them and be like, what the fuck is going on? Second time I go at night, they keep me waiting for 3 hours, and then they want to close the shop. So what do? I grab a chair. I sit in the shop.
Thank you
You're
so
not
much.
closing. You're not closing. Like, no. He's upstairs. He's printing it for you. I go upstairs. I'm banging on the door. No one's answering. I'm banging on the door.
No, just a minute.
Open the fucking door, Nate. I have to pee.
And then he's like, Mom, we'll be done soon. He's like sweating. The same guy that was telling me his designer is printing upstairs. Turns out the guy is the same guy.
Okay, so there was no designer. He was the designer.
He is the designer.
Okay, cool. So
yeah, there you go. And I was so angry. He gives me the stickers. I take them home. Same shit. Cut out, all wrong. I go back then, and then I messaged the boss, but she's been ignoring me. I was like, I want my money back. I don't want to print stickers with you. Not only do I not want to print my printer cases with you, now the stickers. So I go back the next morning. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. I want my money back. He's like, give me my money back. He was like, you need to bring the rolls back. I said, are you going to recycle the rolls? Because then I understand. He's like, no, we're going to throw them away. Then I was like, why do you need the rolls back? He's like, oh, because you could still use them. I'm like, you fucked up the design. I can't use those things.
yeah.
So he was like, no, whatever, we can't do that. So anyway, I'm like, right, give me the last roll back that you've done. Same shit. Cut out is out of line. And I tell him to give my example stickers back because I don't want them to hold on to my artwork. He gives it back to me, and then there's loads of customers around. I go up to him. I'm like, do you see again, you've messed up. And he's like, no, I can't see, I'm blind. I'm like, yeah, of course you are, because you can't do your fucking job properly. And then, obviously, this is the second time I've been cussing him out. The first time I cussed him out, he got offended. This time he didn't say anything. I walked away, and I told all the customers outside, don't come here, he's going to take your money.
Did anyone turn back when you did that?
Yes.
Well done.
Yes, of course they did. I hate that Patty's not there when I get angry. It's always people telling her, or like me telling her what's happened. Like she's not even there. Like Rosie,
I am not there.
Angry was I? How angry was I? I don't think you've ever seen me get like frustrated. Have you? Have you?
Let's not expose my dear friends to the public, guys. But anyways, I'm very sorry you experienced this.
But yes, so anyway, that happened. I did cry in my car a little bit afterwards, but it was like only $100 that they finessed me for. It's not gonna make me poor. It's not gonna make them richer. My mum was like, just think you went to a restaurant and you spent it on food. Like, don't even stress. But she was like,
she told me about this, and I was like, guys, the joys and perils of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
These ones. Some suppliers will scam you, some will be a gem. You never know.
And this has happened to me in film and stuff before, where I would have like panicked. And with my designs, like I literally had a panic attack in London, but now I don't even. Now I'm like, I'll shout at you, I'll cuss you out, and then I go cry a little bit and then drive off.
You're building resistance.
I'm building resistance. I'm really proud of myself for. But I found another vendor to do my pillows. They did an absolutely amazing job. I found them on Etsy. I think they're called Pillow LA. They even gave me extras. They were so nice. They even stuffed the pillows. They did the whole. I didn't have to give them any pillowcases or stuffed pillowcases. They had the pillowcases. They did the print. They sewed it. Communication was fantastic. Such great people. The place that you should not go to is called Sun and Sea, or Sea and Sun, in the fashion district.
Don't go there.
Don't go there.
Damn. That's so valid. You went through a lot. You went through a lot to get this market done. But well done.
Thank you so much. And then I ended up printing some of my stickers at my work as well. They had like a design studio, so that was really good.
All's well that ends well.
All is well. I did end up using their t-shirts though. I hope the t-shirts, like when the people wash them, are fine. I think they're supposed to wash them cold and like inside out.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. But what's been bothering you, darling?
Oh, so I decided to go on a solo date to a jazz club on Friday. And it was one that I'd never been to. Yeah. It was one that
Oh, sorry, it
was one that I've never been to before. And I just found out about it on TikTok, and I was like, oh my gosh, let me go. I've been wanting to go to a jazz club. And then I get there and they're like $20 entrance, which is, I'm like, no problem. Where's the card machine? There's no card machine. I said, in 2026, like, guys, I'm so sorry. In 2026, having cash as your only form of payment is just not considerate. I'm sorry. Or like maybe you have very limited clientele that you want to service, and I'm clearly not part of it because I never carry cash. Like, why would I just be withdrawing every week? I don't have time to be going to the ATM every day of my life. But anyway, so I get there and they saying cash only. Like, they don't do Venmo, they don't do Zelle, like just cash. So I'm like, okay, well, and I didn't drive. So they described to me like where the ATM is, and the way these people are speaking, you think it's going to be like, oh, next door. No. It was quite a walk, and I wouldn't say I was in a like a semi-ish safe area, but obviously I'm by myself, I'm a woman, so I was like, oh, this is weird. So I was just thinking I was going to do is I'll just order an Uber to like take me to the ATM, ask the driver to wait for me, and then bring me back, kind of thing. So now I leave the establishment to like, there's a parking lot across, and I'm like trying to figure myself out and order my car and everything like that. And then one of the gentlemen who were like around seeing this like kerfuffle was like to me, hey, how much you need for your ticket? And I was like $20, but don't worry about it. And then he just gives me the cash. And then I'm like, oh, do you have like Zelle, Venmo? I'm happy to pay you back, kind of thing. And then to be honest with you, it was kind of dense of me to ask that man that question because that man was old. I don't know what I thought a old man would have Venmo or Zelle was. But
outside the establishment?
Yes. Because like people weren't inside yet. You know what I mean? Like it was like 20% of the crowd inside. Most of the people were still outside grabbing drinks, etc. Anyways, he gives me the cash, and then I'm like, oh, you sure? And he's like, yes, this is my good deed for the day. I said, shout out, Jesus got you, don't worry. Anyways, I grab the cash, and then I go inside, and I pay this lady. I watch the show. It's beautiful. Have a great time. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going home, because I was really tired. It was like Friday night. It's been a long day. I'm going to go home. Then on my way out, I see this gentleman again, and I'm like, oh, he was like, how was the show? Was it worth it? And I was like, definitely, it was so beautiful. The musician, the band, it was fab. And then he carries on. And while he's carrying on, mind you, I'm ordering my car. I'm like, I'm not here for this. I'm ordering my car. My car's 3 minutes away. Thank God. I'm like, cool. I'll be out of here soon. Yep. I don't know what we're yapping, but we're yapping. And then eventually I'm like, I need to go. My car's outside. Naturally, he's like, oh, I wish I knew you were leaving in a hurry. Can I get your No.
The old man.
Yes.
How old?
Too old to be asking me for my number.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Should be like, I'm your daughter's age. I'm your
This is what I'm
grandchild's
saying.
age. Goodbye.
I'm like, what? Are men normal in their heads? I'm like, what did you think? What did you think? And to be honest with you, the conversation wasn't weird. It wasn't romantic in any sort of way. He was telling me about the fact that he teaches, like, engineering something. I forgot what he was teaching. And I was speaking about my graduate school experience. So the conversation was really chill and above board and above education. So maybe he wanted my number to speak more about academia. I don't know. But all I'm saying is it was just so unnecessary. And I kind of ruined it because what at first seemed like, oh, just like luck or a random good deed now became very like, weird vibes. You know what I mean?
I hate when that happens.
I hate when that happens as well because I'm just like, it's actually okay for you to not feel like people owe you anything. Like, it's actually okay to just be nice for the sake of being nice.
No, actually.
Like, it's not even... Anyways.
Yeah.
So that's what's been bothering me this weekend at least because it literally happened 2 days ago and I was like, what the hell? Anyways, needless to say, I did not give that man my number. I did not take that man's number. I ran out of there. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. Because just do things to do them. Don't expect anything in return. Especially when, man, like, stop being weird.
Stop being weird.
Stop being weird. Stop harassing my friends.
Like, ew. Anyways.
That was for the man.
Okay.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Hopefully he sees it.
Yes. Anyway, moving on to our conversation this week. Should we be having kids?
Why is our generation not having kids?
Why should they have kids?
Have you guys seen the lady with the list?
The list?
Yes.
The list?
Of reasons why you should not have kids.
Oh, yes, I've
I thought
seen
we
that.
were going back and forth with like fun questions about the topic.
Yes,
and then,
yes.
No? Okay. I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Okay,
we're
cool,
doing
cool,
that.
cool.
Do you want to have kids?
At this moment in my life, yes, I do want to have kids. Now, will my opinions stay the same forever and ever and ever? I don't know.
Forever, ever?
Forever, ever, ever.
Feel like this forever.
I don't know. But with the information I have at this point in time and with the age that I am at and with the life that I am living, sure, why not?
Sure.
Do I have reservations?
Pop a baby.
Do I have fears? Do I have concerns? Do I have conditions under which I want to have kids? Because when I even say yes, I don't just mean yes for the sake of having kids. You know what I mean? Like, my life needs to look a certain way for me to have children. Otherwise, I don't want to tell you, man.
Guys, I'm so scared. By the way, I don't want kids, but I am so scared of the day I fall in love and I look at someone, I'm like, I want your kids. I am so scared for that day. God forbid I look at someone and be like, I want your kids. Inshallah, it's a woman, so we have a bit of,
You'd have to try very hard to have kids, you know?
The journey might be might be quite off-putting.
No, dude. But actually, speaking of the girl with the list, sorry, my strap's falling. Sorry. I saw a TikTok video that she made about the statistics that they have or the data that they have of adults between the ages of 25 to 40. I think just in the US, but I don't know if it was a global like census or whatever. Over 52% have no kids. So now we are the majority. Like childless women, specifically between the ages of 25 to 40, are the majority versus women with children. Now,
that's crazy.
Obviously, like censuses aren't always 100% accurate. There's a lot of people that don't get counted in censuses. Sometimes unhoused people don't get counted accurately. Sometimes undocumented people don't get. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of reasons why the number might not be like perfect or very 100% accurate. But for the data that we do have, we're the majority. Like,
I love that.
and the
reason
people are
why.
panicking. The systems are panicking. The systems are womb watching. They say, why are these wombs empty? What's going on?
Guys, having a kid is like it's a job.
You couldn't even get
It's-
it
my
out.
life
You're
would
like,
not
oh.
be mine anymore.
Right.
My life would not be mine.
One of my coworkers actually randomly asked me, because we were speaking about their daughter, and he's such a good dad, and like showed me photos. She's adorable, and he asked me like, "Do you want kids?" Now, my answer was like similar to the, let me get my life a certain way first before I answer that question. But also, one of the things that I said to him is that I wouldn't want to do it under certain circumstances because I'm not selfless enough. For instance, I would prefer to not have a kid if it means that I am single and I have that kid by myself. That would not be my preference. I know it's been done, and I know remarkable women have done it, but it's a lot of work. Yeah. And it requires so much selflessness.
So much selflessness. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
And I suppose there's other ways in which you can get support, like your family, your friends. You don't necessarily have to have a romantic partner to raise a kid, obviously. But it's just like, it would be nice. It would be nice.
I'd like to adopt, maybe. I'd like to adopt, but when I am well off enough to look after
that's
a child.
the other very, 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 very important one is, what is my bank balance saying?
Because
what are my assets saying?
No, literally, because if for example I am in a place where I'm just like, oh, I've made a name for myself, I have all these assets, all this profit, all this money, all this land, and I'm an Iranian woman and I want to pass it down to another Iranian woman or another POC woman, I'm just like, okay, what do? I will adopt. And especially when we were in Iran, my mum really wanted to adopt a girl, but it didn't end up happening. And my mum's always wanted to adopt because we have so many kids in Iran who are on the streets and like don't have mums and dads, and as young as 3, you have like literally 3-year-olds.
No, South Africa has the same
on the
issue
street
of like, we have a lot of, I don't know about on street selling, but I thought you were just speaking about like kids who are abandoned, like kids who are abandoned in dustbins, kids who are abandoned in the abandonment stories you'd hear. Like there's this children's home I used to volunteer at when I was in high school, and some of the stories of where they found these kids is just so heartbreaking. Like it's so heartbreaking. So
that's a lot. See, I'd like to do that. You know what I mean? And I, after learning so much about life, like from such a young age, and what blood means, they always say, we have this saying in Farsi, it's like, your brothers and sisters or family will eat the meat off the bone, but they'll never throw the bone away. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. And I've experienced so many hardships because of family members, and I think I've experienced so much joy from people I've chosen to be in my life. Mm-hmm. And I feel like blood doesn't really mean much to me. Yeah. To a certain extent. Yeah. So I'd love to adopt if I could. And I think, don't imagine myself being with a man, but if I don't end up with a man, I think that'd be a conversation we'll have to have with my partner. I don't know.
You speaking about how blood doesn't mean anything to you reminded me of, that phrase, like blood is thicker than water. But actually a lot of people don't know the full meaning of the phrase, that it's like, it's actually the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. And the first time I heard the full phrase, I was like, oh my gosh, this phrase means the complete opposite as what people have been saying all my life. Yeah. But I hear you. Like, I think the whole blood conversation, I want the genetic connection. Like, I get it to some degree, but at some point you have to ask yourself, why do you want to be a parent, Yeah. And I was going to ask you, why do you think you're more open to the idea of adopting versus having kids? Is it the birth that you are like, please don't involve
the
me?
birth, I don't want to put myself through that. Yeah. And I don't also, I'd like to have the option of choosing what child I'm going to raise. I think I'm also very scared of giving birth to a child. And it's good for adoption. You have to adopt, all different types of kids. There's kids with autism, disability, so many things. But I think I'd want to be ready for something like that. Yeah. And if I get pregnant and I'm not prepared, and then I give birth and then my kid has problems, I just wouldn't know how much my life is going to change. I like to have the option of knowing how my life is going to change and be prepared for it, rather than give birth, something happens in the hospital room, I'm neglected, something goes wrong. Like my auntie's so funny. My auntie's like, oh, Azizam, you know, women have kids and their skin just glows. Once you have a child, your skin is going to look so much better. I'm like, do you know how many women give birth and they have complications?
Have the complete opposite experience. They have acne. They have
women.
They lose limbs, not limbs, organs.
I just don't want to disturb my body, and also, I'd have to think a little bit. I'm just very happy not having a child right now. Pregnancy does scare me.
Pregnancy is so scary. Pregnancy so
scares me, and I don't know.
Like, I can see. Sometimes I'm like, I can actually see raising a kid. You know, like in a loving community, taking care of someone else. Cool. That 9-month journey, I don't think. And you know what the problem is? We know too much. We know too much. I actually wish we could go back into the days of like our great grandmothers who did not know that much. They were just popping out the kids, and they were learning as they go. They were learning as they go. Oh, okay, this can happen. I think that was more peaceful. We know way too many things that could go wrong, that I think it is increasing our anxiety about having kids.
Also, the things that we're putting into our bodies and the air we're breathing in this day and age also worries me, to be like, how is that going to affect my child? You know? Also, the world isn't, and this is my opinion. Patty's opinion might differ, but like, the world scares me so much, and I don't think it's going in the right direction. And God forbid I have a kid for selfish reasons, and that kid in 20 years is like, cool, the world's coming to an end. What the fuck am I supposed to do in this? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I think I'd have to feel the purpose. I'd have to feel something spiritual to be like, cool, my purpose now is to raise another human being. Right now, I don't feel like my purpose is to raise another human being.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel like my purpose is to raise myself and the gifts I can give to the world from here and here. But we'll see. I'm not. Patty right now is like, I have kids, yeah. For now, yes. For now, no.
Yeah, and things can change over time. Our minds can change over time. Who knows the kind of people who will be in like a decade from now. I am also loving the trend that I'm seeing though in like our generation, between like early Gen Z to like late millennials. I'm seeing people having kids later, which I think is fab.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think it's so fab. Like, I think we're seeing a lot more people having kids in their like mid-30s and like their first kids, not as in like kid number 3 or whatever. I think it's fab. I love it.
How old was Rihanna when she had her first kid?
Girl, I don't know, but old. Like relative to when people are supposed to have kids, quote unquote.
How old is Rihanna?
Like, not old.
She's 38.
Yeah, but you want to know how old was she when she had a kid? Isn't that what you're asking?
That's like minus 4 years.
33. Actually, she was so young. I take back what I said. That's so young. She was not old. I thought she was 38 when she was having kids.
Whoa, guys, I have to 36 maybe. 36 maybe. Do I freeze my eggs?
That's a lot. That's a lot to think about.
Oh god.
There's a lot to think about. But yeah, I think mid-30s is so fab to start having kids.
Do I sell my eggs?
Girl, you can make a lot of money from that.
I don't know, but it's like I'll be having kids everywhere and I don't even know where they are. Oh, they'll look like me. They'll be like mini Sahars. You know, another thing I'm also scared about, like when it comes to kids, is I was speaking to my mum today actually, and she was just saying how my cousin's kid, she's 12, and she was hanging out with this girl and this boy, and then my cousin being trying to figure out, oh, my daughter's just become a teenager, I want to see what's going on. She's like, oh, well, was that your friend's boyfriend? And then my cousin was like, no, that's her ex. And my cousin was like, oh, okay. And then my little cousin went ahead and she was like, oh yeah, she's dating someone new. She's dating this girl now. She's 12. She was like, my mom was telling me, my cousin, she said she started praying to God. She was like, what? This is too early. What do you mean? Not only are we breaking up with boyfriends, now we're openly queer. And my mom was like, generations are so different, like, and then my mom was telling me, but me and, your cousin, we don't get those things. I still don't understand it. And I'm like, Mom, she was like, Mommy, you know me.
You're like, why am I catching strays? Why am I catching strays?
I'm like, and then I'm just like, and then she was like, Mom, I don't think they should be teaching, it's okay to be, like queer at that young of an age. I was like, why not? Why not? She was like, mommy, I don't know. I'm like, mama, it's good for kids. In my humble opinion, I believe the world should be fluid, period. Like, everyone should not come into this world and think, yes, it's first straight, then you learn to be other things. No, you come into this world as you are. And you should understand who you are and be educated properly. It is not, you should be straight. Then later on in life, like me, I'm 27. I'm still battling with who I am, what am I, like, I'm still battling with so many things and with my queerness inside me. I should not be good. I should have been I should have had a safe space since when I was young.
Yeah.
But for my mom, she's like, they shouldn't be doing that at that young age. I was like, good that they are. I said, mama, good that they are.
It's very good that they are. I mean, have you seen this whole, like, there was uproar because some red states in the country are trying to ban certain books that teach about, like, queerness or everything like that. And it's like, guys, if you're going to be consistent and say 6-year-olds shouldn't be learning about romance, period, whether it's straight, gay, whatever, fine, we can have a different conversation. But my problem is you're only having this conversation when it's girl meets girl and they fall in love.
Yes.
You're not having this conversation when a little boy has a crush on a little girl. Then you're comfortable having the conversation. And that's my problem, is that you're being very exclusive on what love should look like in someone else's life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like, it's just odd. So, but like, when we were having this conversation, then she was telling me, she was like, yeah, the generation with my mom was different. And she was saying how when my grandmother would wear a chador, which is like a full hijab, like a black veil, and when she would come pick up my mom from school, my mom would be embarrassed. Like, my mom, she was like, I didn't like it. And I was like, Mom, that's rude. And she was like, yeah, because at that time, people, you know, would think things and were uncomfortable with it. And I was like, well, people are still like that here, period. But it's not going to stop. That shouldn't stop you from, like, you know, having those people around you or being embarrassed by them. But even though her conversation, it didn't make sense with the generational thing that she was saying, I was thinking to myself, damn, I hope I'm understanding of, if I ever have kids, I'm understanding. And I'm not like my mom and the generational gap.
That's the thing, because your perspective of what being understanding looks like is affected by your own subjective point of view. If you were to have a kid, they would come into this world and challenge you with their notions of what understanding they require from you. And that's a whole other ball game. Maybe it's not queerness because that is your forte. Maybe it's mental health that they'll challenge you. Maybe it's not mental health. Maybe it's romance that they'll challenge you and the guidance that they need there. Or their career. Like, I feel like that is also the challenging thing about parenthood, is that you really, again, back to our point of self-sacrifice, you really have to embrace this role of, like, God has placed me here to help and nurture you, but truly you don't belong to me. You belong to the Lord. You belong to the world.
Yes.
So I can't enforce my beliefs of what your life should look like on you. And I think it takes so much like self-reflexivity, but also it takes so much understanding to get to that point of parenthood. And I think that's a lot.
It takes so much understanding, and it just makes me laugh, because I know that not every parent hopefully knows what their responsibilities are and what they're getting themselves into. But a lot of the time I felt with my mom that she gave birth to me and Sahar, and in her head she was molding us to be what she wanted. And her parenthood journey is her basically realizing that that's not what parenthood is. I feel like her journey is realizing that parenthood is looking after kids and then letting them go and letting them flourish into whatever the world wants them to be, not whatever the mother or the father or the parent wants them to be.
Literally.
And it's funny, because, like, I'm just thinking, I'm just like, wow, my mom, I've been a part of convincing my mom that I'm not hers. And that's what parenthood is.
Which is so bizarre, because what do you mean you're not mine? You are of my flesh. You're of my womb. I literally have a matching birthmark with my mother. Like, she has so much claim to be like, mine. Sorry. Did you know her?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry.
It's okay.
Redo. I was saying I literally have a matching birthmark with her. She has so much claim to be like, mine. But it's like, you have to, you know, open-handed love, you know, like, I love you and you're in my care, but also you can go out of my hand, you know. It's so hard. When I was younger, my mom used to sing the song. She sometimes sings it still. It's a song, but also a poem. But part of it goes like, you are a child of the universe.
You are a child of the universe.
Something about trees in the sky and whatever, and the whole song is about like, you are part of the world, you know? And I wonder if that was her telling me and herself about what nurturing me and what parenthood looks like. I have no idea. Maybe I'm deeping something that was not deep at all. Maybe she just liked the song and that's why she sang it. But she would especially sing it when I'd speak about like dreams I'd have, about places I want to go, things I want to do, you know. It would kind of be in that vein. But yeah, it's a very
beautiful.
it's a very tall ask, guys, and that's why we're like, please, like I still get shocked. I know we're of that age, but I still get shocked when I'm like with my coworker and he's like, do you want kids? I'm like, am I of the age that you can be asking me these questions now?
You're
Like,
of the age.
what do you ask me? Have you seen those TikToks where people get scared when people ask them like, are you, like, I still get that, like when people ask me like, are you married? Do you have a child? I'm like,
Yeah. Oh my
my
God.
brain just fully formed last year. I turned 25 last year. My brain only fully formed last year. And you're asking me if I'm married and have kids. Relax. Like, relax.
Relaxification.
Relax. Truly. But you brought up this whole conversation because you want to speak about the Mormon lady throwing the chair.
Oh my God, guys, did you see about, what was it called? I don't know what the TV show was called. The Mormon, the girlies who are swingers and Mormon. So basically, it's this whole thing, or this TV show. It's on Hulu, but it's a bunch of Mormon girls in Utah who got caught for like swinging and having open relationships, and they made a TV show, and they have TikTok, and they're called the TikTok moms and all of that. So there's this girl called Taylor, I think, and she is like kind of like the lead of all of this. Like she's like the main girl in all of this. She got arrested, I believe, because she got really drunk and started fighting with her mans, and then she started dashing chairs at her mans inside the house. One of the chairs ended up hitting her kid. And this was all filmed, by the way. And she was going to be on
So was she trying to hit the man?
Yeah, and then the child was in the way. But she was drunk.
Okay.
I remember me and my colleagues we were watching the video together, and we were like, what the fuck? Like, how? Like, it wouldn't process in my brain how drunk, how careless you have to be. She was also up for being on The Bachelorette, and then they took the poster down quick. They took the billboards down quick as soon as the video came out. But yeah, and it's like police got involved. Like this is what made me think about, I think, the topic kids. It's like, how careless does one need to be to do something like that? I not think my kid is sitting right there. This could potentially hit my fucking kid. Like, I hate people who are careless enough to be popping babies. Don't pop babies when you don't even know how to look after yourself, you selfish piece of shit. Sorry, it just gets me angry when I see people having kids and they don't give a shit about their kids. That I hate nothing more than that. I'll come beat your ass up.
I'm screaming.
Actually.
It's really hard because some people, I mean, obviously in the case of what you're speaking in this reality TV star, there was a choice involved in like having that kid. But some people end up being parents without choice, darling.
That's okay. It's okay. Look for solution. I just don't like it when people bring another human being into this world and they choose. There's always a choice. You can choose to give the kid up. You can choose to put them up for adoption, have a better life for them. You can choose to ask family for help. You can choose to work hard. You can choose to get your way out of it. You can choose to have an abortion. Do you know what I mean? Or
in some places.
Because I was not in Iran.
No, not in a good chunk of this country. What do you mean not in Iran?
No, I'm here.
There's so many states here. Like literally, as we were going on about choice, I was like, I hope we're also bearing in mind the fact that a lot of people don't have the choice.
Choice here, of course, but also the first place that comes into my brain is is the Middle East and Iran, because that's the first place I knew that was strict before I came here, and I knew it was horrible, especially with everything going on. I've had family members in Iran go through so much just because of stuff like that. So I just don't like, going back to my conversation, I just feel like, don't selfishly have kids. Think about it. I'm not talking about the times where it's out of your control. That's a whole different conversation in itself.
Yeah.
I've known so many people though who've just had kids and just been horrible parents and not giving a shit. So I just think, take accountability and responsibility for your what you're bringing into this world.
Parenthood, man.
Yeah.
Parenthood. You know, I was watching this episode of Call Me Daddy, and she was interviewing Kerry Washington, and I enjoyed the episode. And they got to a point in the episode where Kerry was speaking about the fact that how crazy it is that her daughters right now, on this day, the 29th of March 2026, have less choice as far as their reproductive health than she did when she was in her 20s, because she speaks openly about the fact that she had an abortion. She spoke about it in her book and on this podcast, etc. And she's like, how bizarre that this many decades later, we're actually just gone back.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
It's so bizarre.
Disgusting. I'm always like, God forbid I ever end up in a situation where I have to have an abortion, but if I do, I'm like, please don't let it be in this country. Please don't let it be in this country or the Middle East. Thank you so much.
I mean, you're fortunate to live in California, where most places you'll have the choice. New York, most places you have the choice. But you see the middle and the South, 50-50.
Period.
It's very
I'm
tense.
just saying, with healthcare and everything, and the middle, the South, very scary. But I just think America in general,
50-50.
no, it's very scary.
There's been a lot of people doing birth tourism. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but
No.
like people will go to different countries to give birth. And some might stay, I don't know, but I know like Dubai is one of the places that's quite popular for birth tourism. Is it Japan? I'm pretty sure Japan is one of them, as well as South Korea is also quite popular.
Singapore.
I'm sure Singapore is. I haven't heard of it. Mexico is very popular for birth tourism. Brazil is now becoming more popular for birth tourism, and I'm like, that's so fascinating.
Wow, birth tourism, guys.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, people were doing it with the idea of also like citizenship for their kids, but now people are doing it with the idea of like just surviving through birth, because we all know birth rate survival. The more you look like me, it's looking a bit shaky for you, you know, depending on which country you're in. So yeah. There's just so much to think about. Like, I'm getting a headache. There's just so much to think about. So when you guys read these headlines and ask yourselves, why are women ages 25 to 40 not having kids? This is why. There's just so much to think about. We didn't even speak about costs and the economy and the fact that everything is just hella expensive, hella inaccessible. We didn't even speak about the fact that we are moved out of back in the day communities that used to be more in like villages and towns where like people were constantly around their family and their families helped them raise their kids. We decided to up and leave and go places where we are now more isolated, and having kids in that kind of situation is just more difficult. And now people have to pay for their village. People are paying for night nurses. People are paying for daycare. People are paying for cleaning. People are paying for...
It's a lot, guys. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Think before.
But to our age mates, sorry, you said think before. You do?
Think before.
Think before.
Think before.
Think before.
Period.
Yeah, I thought you were going to finish the sentence.
No,
Think before.
period.
Think before
Think before.
the activities that result in having a kid.
Lesbian!
Okay. But do think before the activities that result in having
Yes.
kids, and do it safely if you're going to do it. Thank you so much. I was going to say, to our age mates that do have kids, shout out to you.
Shout out to you. Shout out
We
to...
do love being aunties.
Yes.
You're doing great.
Shout out to my family members who had kids early before the age of drinking alcohol and all of that, before the age of knowing what these girls are like. Shout out to you who sacrificed their youth for their kids as well.
No, shout out. And the ones who are doing like the sacrifice and the raising of the kids and putting themselves second, you are doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Like, truly, shout out to you. Don't let us project our anxieties
Super
onto you.
mums, super women's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And shout out to the people who are brave enough to raise us and
Yeah.
bring us into the world.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. Thank you for joining us for another episode of This Should Bother You. Please subscribe.
Uh-huh.
Please comment.
Uh-huh.
Please share.
Yes.
Please click on the link in bio. Please follow us on social media.
Yes.
TikTok, YouTube, Spotify.
Here we go.
A lot of people know that they don't know that you could follow us on Spotify, but you can follow us on Spotify.
Do that one.
Yeah.
You
Listen
can also
to us
comment, you know?
driving. In your car when you're going to work, coming back from work. You want a podcast?
Yes.
This should bother you.
Thank you so much. And if you have thoughts, comment.
Comment.
Don't keep them to yourself. That's very
If you think I'm
selfish.
chatting shit, tell me I'm chatting shit.
Truly.
Don't come for my looks though, guys. A couple weeks ago, I had a lot of men come drag me. Don't drag me.
That was so mean.
That was horrible, actually.
That was so mean.
Like, actually, fuck you and all your mums.
There we go.
Just wanted to let you know. Maybe they should.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.